Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. Also hit the bell to be notified of our upcoming videos. This is a review of the Oris Aquis Date. This is the 39.5mm wide version of it. This particular model has a metallic blue dial and a tungsten bezel insert for the steel case with matching steel bracelet. That's an interesting combination. There are right now on the website, on the Oris website, more than 40 versions of the Aquis Date, so there is a lot of variety. And this is not the smallest one, but this is probably the smallest full-on men's version. There's a couple of smaller ones that are classified in the ladies collection, and this goes up from 39.5mm wide to, I think, 41, there's a 43, there's like a 45, so there's a lot of versions of it. Why would you select this particular model? First of all, your wrists just happen to like a smaller diameter or a mid-sized diameter sports watch. So for that, it works pretty well. It's also a little bit on the dressy side, especially with the tungsten bezel. Tungsten is interesting. It's a very scratch-resistant material, not quite as scratch-resistant as ceramic, but it has a metallic look to it. So depending on the light, it can go from a black color to almost sort of a mirror polish. And so it has a very nice effect to it. There's other things that simulate it, but nothing looks quite like tungsten, sort of a nice deep gray color to it. Mixed with this blue dial, and the blue dial is nice. It's difficult to describe this shade of blue. All I can say is it's not the same shade of blue as you will find on other Oris Aquis watches. There's a few different shades of blue in there, so you can see as I'm playing with the light, you get a slightly different effect. Inside the watch is the Sellita SW200 automatic movement, which is a preferred analog for the ETA 2824, used in a lot of timepieces and definitely works well here. I'll take the watch off and show some of the features. This is a 300-meter water resistant diver, and it happens to have a display caseback, which is nice. More and more of the dive watches have the display casebacks. Traditionally, this was difficult to do because it wasn't as water resistant, but here you have the sapphire crystal on the caseback, and you can see the movement with that signature red Oris automatic rotor. The shape of the Aquis Date is interesting because it looks very, very distinctive for Oris. And so even though this is a, not entry level, but a little bit more of an entry level dive watch, what I really like about it is it's not generic. It has a very distinctive look given the shape of the case, the shape of the hands, hour markers, especially the way that the bracelet integrates with the case. It's got a nice tapered look that I find to be particularly attractive. I have worn a number of Oris Aquis watches at all different sizes, and I have to say the 39.5 is probably the most comfortable because it's the smallest and most out of the way. You definitely feel like you're wearing a smaller watch if you're accustomed to larger watches, but if you're someone that wears sleeves or just happens to have a smaller build, the 39.5 Aquis Date is really an excellent choice. Price for this watch is actually the same as some of the larger ones, of course depending on how they're configured, but most of the Oris Aquis Dates on the bracelet have about the same price, which I like, so they're not penalizing you, so to say, for getting a larger one. The watch costs $2,200, and you can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.